Hello, hello. It's Chanique here helping you new and aspiring cleaning bosses start and grow your cleaning business. This channel is all about how to build up a business on the business side of it, sales, productivity, marketing. So if you want to start and grow your business or just want inspiration as well as just knowledge, then be sure to subscribe, follow. If you're on TikTok, be sure to follow me as well. I want to be talking about the best part of owning a cleaning business. So obviously you are typically going to be starting a cleaning business for the income, but there's so much more to having ownership as a cleaning business owner. So I wanted to share what that means to me. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with any of these things. Let me know if you've never thought about this, wanting to start a cleaning business, or if you are a cleaning boss already, definitely let me know what your benefits are. So I'm going to go into a few things. I'm definitely open for questions. If you're watching the replay to this, you are always free to ask questions. If I can't get to you personally, I'll try through content. Be sure to know that I do have a cleaning boss accelerator course that helps you start your cleaning business and opportunities for one-on-one, all in my link in bio. So the first non-monetary benefit of owning a cleaning business is having a sense of client satisfaction, a purpose in someone else's life. So when someone calls you, whether you are just starting out or you are been in the business for 10, 15 plus years, you are someone's solution to a dire need. And for someone who's not in the business, because I know that even if you clean your first client, you're going to instantly understand how helpful you providing that service for any given person. I've had people that was recovering over COVID and just didn't have the energy to clean. I had people who was diagnosed with cancer and their office actually gave them the incentive to have house cleaning. I have people that just had a newborn child and having it clean is just another task to bring being just frustrated. So understand that you are someone's solution to their problem. You do fix, you do provide a service that brings satisfaction far beyond a clean home. You give them the satisfaction, the relief of, less stress, less frustrations, a better family household. Some people take the credit for our cleans, especially if they're a new wife. I'm not gonna, expose, but that's fine. Should you not want to clean that day, you just hire a cleaner and you take the credit, by all means. I'm happy to be that support to you and your marriage. So understand that owning a cleaning business does give you a sense of purpose in everyday life. You are actually contributing to your community. Being able to relieve and take off that check mark, that task that off their to-do list, you allow them more time to be with their family, to just be with themselves. Self-care is so important. Just mental health is so important. Some people having 3 hours to put towards cleaning just isn't serving them. So they look out for professional cleaning service. So understand that is one of the best parts for me. And I took this for granted. I always had clients finish the clean and say to us, thank you so much. You don't understand how much this helps. And I just think they're just saying thank you just to say thank you. But after getting to know some of my long-term clients, understanding really and truly how much a cleaning service does provide a support, a relief for them is a huge thing. I don't want any of you cleaning bosses to take for granted what you really do in someone's home and in their lives, as well as taking that form of success and accomplishment and pride that your business does that for them. And then the next best part of owning a cleaning business is your flexibility and freedom. And if you have watched any of my videos before or you know me so far, one of the biggest reasons why I started a cleaning business was I just didn't want to have to continue asking somebody for a day off. I didn't like having to request a time where I just need time for myself. I need to vacation. You are working for a company, how many days a year? And it's a struggle to just let them know, I just want a week. I just want a week to myself. I'm literally here every other day. I give you my all. Just give me a week. And it's like fighting tooth and an arm and leg with these people. And I remember when I had a loss in my family, my grandmother had passed away. And it was such a problem to book off time to go to Jamaica, bury my grandmother, and grieve. And instead of a week, I was only allotted 3 days. And those are the little things that I realized I just want the flexibility and freedom to say, I'm going to go to Jamaica. I am going to go have a personal day. I'm just not going to work. Today was a really lazy day for me. I woke up, I was just not in the mood. I knew majority of my tasks today had to do with admin work. So I literally worked in bed. I just got ready for this live and I can do that. I am an owner of my own cleaning business and I get to work wherever I want. If that means in the comfort of my bed, I can. So that is another part, another benefit of having and owning your own business. And obviously here it's the cleaning business. You can do that. And for those to go deeper with that, I've been in business for 5 years, 3 of it really struggled, basically promoting myself as a solopreneur. I was killing myself, cleaning 3 2 houses a day, and it became burnt out. And the only reason why I'm really able to have that freedom of luxury, obviously, if you're a solo cleaner, as you're starting out, like I did, you can tell people whether or not you want to work on Mondays or Tuesdays. That's totally fine. But as I grew and I was full time, I can work throughout the week. So in addition to being able to just make my own schedule, having help also helped me sit back. This month, one of my cleaners is my full-time cleaner is on vacation, so I'm picking up the slack where she has to go. And because I've been there, I actually didn't give her any trouble. She took a month off, and I'm like, good, cool. I know how to clean. I'll pick up the shifts, the appointments that you have. So I'm just cleaning a bit more than I usually do. I'm usually at home and she takes on the majority of my cleans and I have part-time to support her and whatnot. But should I not want to have an appointment on Monday next week because I just want to make sure I have a marketing day, I will just either reschedule, which is not ideal. You want to make sure you're providing for your clients, or I just make sure I block out that time and book around it, right? And which will also, I would like to mention the reason why I could really do this is because my prices are premium. And for someone who is not pricing correctly, you tend to be very eager to take on clients. I would say one of my bigger clients, and 3 or 4 of my smaller clients can cover me and my expenses like it's nothing. So I can take a day off to market and be able to push see my business grow. For those of you who do not know how to price or are iffy about your pricing, I do have a free pricing cheat sheet. Keep in mind that cheat sheet is supposed to help you create your own prices. I do not provide my pricing list because I am not in the same market as you. I'm possibly not in the same country as you. So you copying or using my prices may not make sense. It may be too high for where you are or maybe too low. So this pricing cheat sheet is meant to help you create your own prices. I do not charge hourly and I do not suggest hourly, but you can find that free pricing cheat sheet in the link in bio. And for those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube, that would be in the description box, okay? So make sure that you're pricing correctly. That's going to contribute having more flexibility and freedom. Jeremy said, starting cleaning business was the best decision I've ever made. And for those of you who are watching this, you might be worried about doing and taking up this venture. Just know it is, to most of the cleaning bosses out there, the best decision they've ever made. Being able to have, like I said, satisfied and having a purpose in other people's lives and having the flexibility and freedom is a huge benefit. So another benefit, I would say, when it comes to having a cleaning business outside of obviously the income, is being able to build meaningful relationships. Some of my long-term clients have been with me for the entire, up to like 5 years would be this year, have been with me since I started the business. I've seen their families grow. I've seen them move houses, and I've been able to build a great relationship and understand their needs and continue to provide a service to them and their family as they grow. Just like any other relationship, is it always smooth? No. But when you are able to deal and handle client complaints and just handling people, they are that much more appreciative of you, whether it's ups and downs, concerns. When a client feels comfortable addressing certain areas of their service to you, and you can provide and reconcile the situation, they see you that much more as a professional. You don't have to be perfect for someone to see as a professional, and you don't have to be perfect to keep clients. You have to be professional and be able to assess the situation and move forward. It would be impossible not to be able to provide perfect service over 5 years for my clients. Sometimes we make mistakes, we break things in the home, and that's totally normal. You will break things. That's why you need insurance. And I have TikToks on insurance, and I have how to start a business videos on YouTube on my insurance. Please check that out. Should you want to learn about insurance, it's really simple. So having a meaningful relationship is it's a huge benefit when it comes to owning and cleaning business. And so we have a question here, which is obviously one of the benefits is how much do you make a year realistic? How much do you make a year realistic? First, I'll speak about myself. This year, we are going towards 80K in the year. I want to push. I do not want to end projecting at 80K. I want to hit my first 6K. I do. I want to drive to market bigger commercial clients. I want to drive to get more consistent home clients, because you can't dismiss home cleaning service. Although commercial clients are obviously larger in a sense of they would want your clean more often and they lock into a contract, or they just need you more securely, versus a home where things could happen to their finances and they could cut you off a little bit more faster. However, you can build a very successful and very profitable business with just homes alone. You just need obviously a team to sustain that amount of homes to hit your growing up your business figure business. Realistically, just starting out, I'm very transparent. I can only speak for my experience. I started out with very low startup costs. I didn't have it to go ahead and put tons of marketing right away, where some of these bigger businesses who have hit really large numbers in their first year, they had the 5,000 to 20,000 startup costs to promote their business, to get those contractors to promote and get ads and do that. I cannot speak for that. I used $200 worth of cleaning products, and I used all free marketing. And through word of mouth, Facebook and Instagram, I built up home clients, then into commercial, then post constructions, and that's how I built my business and reinvested the money that I had in my business to grow. So my first year, I probably made like $20,000 in my cleaning business. For some people, that already replaces their part-time job or that clears up debt for them. If you know me, I am very transparent with my income, and I'm very transparent of the realistic outcome of growing any business. There's people that can hit their income goals within the first year, and there's people that have to take 5 years, depending on where you are in your personal life, whether you have a full-time job, whether you're a single mom, whether you have to take care of an elderly, whatever that looks like, it may be different, and it also depends on the time. If you do not have the money to invest, you're going to have to invest the time. And that's what I did. I made sure that I was posting and reaching out to people every single day. And if you do have the money, you have the luxury to invest in ads. So it will take up for the time. So someone that reached out to me has a full-time job, they could barely get, time for themselves. How can they build a cleaning business? I said, this is to be really realistic with you. You're going to have money to be able to set up ads. You're going to have the money and the time to build up a brand where you just don't have the time to do it. And that may be having to outsource a VA for this virtual assistant. That may be outsourcing graphic designers for your logos and your website, because you don't have the time to do it. I had the time to build up my own website. I had the time to build up my social media platforms. I had the time to do that because I didn't have the money. So I want to be very realistic with that. If you join the Cleaning Boss Accelerator course, you're either going to have the time if you don't have the money, or you're going to have the money and be open to invest that money, or else building up a business, any business, I don't know, cleaning business, is going to be a lot trickier. All right. Now, going into another best part of owning a cleaning business is a sense of ownership. a lot of people, I speak for myself, want to not only be their own boss, not because it's really fancy to say my own boss or be fancy to say I'm a cleaning, as to say I'm a CEO, but because as human beings, we want a sense of accomplishment. Let's be honest. We want to say that we've done something with our lives. So the sense of ownership in saying that I have a cleaning business and running a cleaning business gives you that sense of ownership, something to want to invest in, something to want to wake up every day and put your energy in, put a passion in. That is a huge benefit, a huge part. For me, I would consider myself as a high achiever. I've always been. I've been a very athletic person, a very competitive person since I was younger. So there's no way in heck that I was going to stay in a job and have people nitpick at my creativity where I'm just a free going person. How I see and vision the world is not the same. So being boxed in a corporate setting was just miserable for me. I was in retail management, luxury retail management, working for Nordstrom, Monaco, and other brands like that for over 10 years. And if you worked in retail, you know how catty it could be. So that was just really strenuous and limiting for the creativity that I have. So having an own business and then obviously cleaning business gives me that sense of ownership, being able to create my own logos, what colors, what brands I want to go with, who I want to hire, who I don't want to hire, what am I looking for in a employee, in a contractor. I get that say, I get that flexibility, I get that last. I call the shots here. I'm the cleaning boss. You are the cleaning boss. Mary said, agree. How do you pay yourself if you are the owner? Great question. I highly suggest, if you haven't heard it already, you want to read the book Profit First. Profit First. I believe I actually have a link affiliate in my Amazon storefront of all the books that I've read. Profit First is a highly recommended book. And I also have a link to my scripts should you want to just like listen to it. The reason why I say you should actually read it, maybe you have an ebook, is because it'll give you the breakdown. And how you pay yourself is you want to break down. Do I have the book here? I have the actual book here. But I can't really, on top of my head, I can't really tell you what the 5 stages, but it's obviously pay yourself, your expenses, giving, taxes, and then something else. So you have to break down your income that you get in your business in those 5 categories, making sure you covered your taxes, making sure you have money aside for your expenses. And then you have your pay yourself. And then, oh yes, so pay yourself and then as in like pay your company and then pay you as the owner. And it'll give you percentage of how much you should be paying yourself at any given part of your business. When you're first starting out, you most likely are paying yourself more because you don't make a lot. So you want to make sure you're paying yourself more and then obviously putting everything in your expenses, because when you're just starting out, you don't need to be paying so much in expenses. If you have like 3 clients, you don't need to be having a $500 expense budget every month. You don't need to buy that much products. But as you grow in your business, you do need to be more, you need more money for your expenses. Obviously, you're going to be paying more in your taxes depending on how your business structure is. I'm not getting to that. And then obviously you're going to be giving more as your percentages, as you make more in your business. The reason why you're going to give yourself a lower percentage, because as you make more, you're still, your percentage to income is going to be more anyways. Again, read the book. That's my really vague explanation, but that's how I pay myself. And when you have a business account, you should have a business account and you have your personal account. And that's when you will set up a way to pay yourself. You have the option, if you incorporate, to actually hire yourself as an employee and do that, or you will have yourself as a contractor and pay yourself. Again, you want to talk to your accountant because it may be different depending on the country, city you are in, so you get the most accurate information. But nonetheless, that's how you would pay yourself, just making sure that your percentages make sense to your business and you have separate accounts, so you are literally paying yourself. That actually brings me to another best part of owning a cleaning business. And that is the continuous growth and empowerment that you are becoming a person that is managing money, is managing a team, is handling clients, is owning a business. You are not, and I want to stress this so much. The title business owner isn't something to be glorified because of income. It is so much more than the money you get. It is the person you become. You are expanding your knowledge, the information that you are growing as a person, and that shows in your business. I believe a lot of failed businesses, obviously, it's like bad decisions, but if that person made more calculated risk and or consulting the right people when they made the decision. And I believe the most successful people who even did fail, they just kept learning and evolving and improving. So they did have a successful business. You become a successful person, and in return, you grow a successful business. And I think that is one of, if not outside, no, I think that's, to me, I cancel me if you want to, but I think that is the most important part than earning income. Because the more you grow, I believe the more you earn. I I will co-sign that at me. I truly believe that. Question: Do you recommend hiring at least one employee when you start your cleaning business or your business? Yes, I do. Should you want to actually go the route of hiring an employee or a contractor, whatever they may be, get someone to help you, and that could simply be, depending on what your startup is. For me, I if I were to do it all over again, and with because of the knowledge I have now, I would be obviously more confident to reach out to a other cleaning company or reach out to someone who I can actually sign the paperwork and become a contractor. Do it 100%. But if you do not have that right now, it could be your mom, your sister, your friend to help you out. Would I say to be a business partner? That's up to you if you want to go that right. But if you just simply say, I'm going to be starting a cleaning business, would you have some spare hours? Should I need help? Do you mind if I call you and I pay you this much an hour? And majority of the time, they will be down for it. You get extra cash. Why not? Just show them what to do, and you're with them cleaning with you. I highly recommend, if you're doing the cleaning, do it with somebody. It's just going to relieve the stress off your body, off your mind. Because if you are also cleaning, you're also marketing, you need the energy to go back home and start marketing. If you're a person that do not want to do cleaning, of course, you could obviously have to look for help, whether that be an employee or the contractor. And because I'm in Canada, I can't speak on what they call it in the States or anywhere else, but that's what I'm going to say employee contractors. You will know that it's for taxation purposes, they are filed in two different ways. And obviously with employees, there's a lot more fees that you have to kind of cover as an employee versus a contractor. So typically when you're first starting out, majority of businesses, you are going to be looking for a contractor. And yes, you should be looking for someone right away. Or just simply just saying that you're hiring, just reach out to as much people, just get a roster of people that have vocalized that they'll be willing to work for you. And the reason why you want to continuously have a list of people to reach out, because not everyone wants to or aspire to be a cleaner all their lives. So they can drop out anytime. Maybe it's just seasonal, it's students, maybe they just, they're just started a family, or it's a mom who just wants to get out the house sometimes. So this is not something long term. You want to be able to have people that you can reach out to every given time. And just know it's a learning process. You do not have to be perfect, and be honest. I've had companies reach out to me and simply say, hey, I'm just starting a cleaning business. Would you mind subcontracting for us? We're a small business. And I've asked questions. How much do you pay? How often do you have work? And they would either say, I have work every other week, or this is pretty casual. I literally just started out. And I'm cool to be a part of the roster. And you just want to find the right people. And that's what I'm doing right now. So again, if you are in the GTA area and you have a cleaning business and you are open to be a subcontractor, please reach out to me because I am building my roster as well as I'm growing in my business and getting more clientele. I want to make sure that I have staff for that. Now, another opportunity or best part of a cleaning business, only for myself, and obviously you guys agree with me, is business growth opportunity. Starting a cleaning business, you don't need any licenses, you don't need any like certificate, and you don't know graduate, like you don't have to graduate from anything. You can literally get a mop, some cleaning products, and start cleaning. What you want to be have in place is registration of your business and insurance. Why? You want to be recognized as a business, and as you go into larger contracts, especially when it comes to constructions, they're not taking anybody who's not registered, and they're not taking anyone who's not insured. Those are very dangerous workplaces, and if you are injured, they don't want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. And these are bigger companies. As you're starting out, you do not want to be sued. You just want to be protected at all times. So making sure that you at least have your business insured and your insurance, and you can go out. Confirm with your city or country should you need any extra credibilities, but you don't need it. You don't need to do tons of programs online. If you're signing up for my Cleaning Boss Etc. course, it is simply to get the knowledge. You do not know how to do it. You want to know how to market. You want to know how to hire. You want to know how to build a brand. It's very much for your information. It's very much for your confidence. It's for your know-how. It is not to say I'm certified in any way, because 1 out of 10 clients, I mean, I've never had a client ask me, are you licensed to clean? Like, no, that's not what anyone cares. At least at the time of this recording, it's not one of those. Like, I know, let's say lash technicians, you can have a form of like 3 times certified. In this industry, that is not something we've normalized to use as like a cloud. Like, you could just start cleaning and just no problem. So the business growth is crazy. You can start with little to $200 or less of cleaning products and start cleaning. And the return of investment is great. With this industry, anywhere from 30 to 40% is profit if you are pricing correctly. And this is what I made a mistake my first 3 years of business. I took on hourly work and I just took on anyone. I was making nothing. I was not making any profit. I was just making it. It was good to see that I was making like $3 an hour or $40 an hour. Like, oh, wow, it's more than a part-time job, not like a full-time job, but it wasn't going to sustain long-term growth in your business. And if it means, and I'm speaking out of experience, saying no to people who literally call you and say, hey, I'm going to pay you $25. I was very quickly direct them to a Facebook group that's literally full of private cleaners. And I have no problem. I would say, looks like you're in the market for a private cleaner. I have a group that you could check out because it's not here. And that's fine with me. I'm out of mistake. Building a business on the wrong foundation is not worth it. I've wasted so much time, and that's what I'm here to prevent you as new cleaning bosses to do as well. Can you speak more about insurance? What insurance company and what do you insure? Very great question. I see that you're in Canada. If you are in Ontario, message me because I have an insurance broker who's insured for the Ontario province on insurance, and she does car, rental, and business insurance, and she'll find business insurance. Oh, Woodbridge, you're like neighbors. Okay, so message me and I'll give you the information. Should like you just need her number. I've already told her that I'm about to send her tons of business. So when it comes to insurance, my mistake, and if you're in the same space as me, please, this is your sign. I did not insure my business for a very long time. And that's why I consider myself a private cleaner, because I couldn't legally say I was an established business because I wasn't registered and I wasn't insured. So I was cleaning hourly. So I was a solo private cleaner. And that's why really I talk about being a solo cleaner to having an actual business. And I was uninsured. And what actually led me to drive me to get insurance was I was applying for a third party marketing platform and they needed insurance. So as soon as I got off the phone, I just insured my business and then I got the platform. That's a whole nother story. But I actually made a TikTok on why I do not do third party marketing platforms anymore. But again, it gave me experience, did slow down my growth, but it is what it is. So what insurance does, and I actually do not have the same insurance that I did when I first started. I kind of just Googled business insurance. I just found the first one and it was like $50 a month. So that's a way you could do that. However, when I switched my insurance, I wanted great coverage for myself. And should anything happen, if say one of the people that I work with wasn't really insured, would it really cover them? Or, I want to just make sure that I'm completely covered. And what insurance is really covered, and you have to talk to your broker, and you have to read your policy and make sure you put everything that you can do, is it's assuring if anything breaks, any personal property, business property breaks on the job, in your office space, if you break something of a client, and not everything is covered. Like if you break a window, you have to consult before signing off. Would that cover the insurance? Because I've heard, and I never had the claim, but I've heard from some other cleaners that they've damaged the floor in their client's home and their insurance didn't cover it. And it could be because they just didn't know what their coverage was. They just got any old insurance company online. But my insurance broker went out and found a $2 million liability coverage. So if I'm at fault, my insurance company will, okay, this is just me like guessing. Okay, I'm not a pro, so definitely reach out to your insurance broker. But if anything breaks, they will cover up to $2 million of damage in that sense. And then should I am only me, if I am injured, there is coverage in that part as well. Okay. You want to have a minimum of $2 million liability coverage and then talk to your broker. I suggest a broker because I like the fact that I could talk to someone like personally. And if you're in Ontario, I literally just text her. She'll get back to me in like a few hours or a few days straight to my phone. And I appreciate that. Same thing with my actual lawyer. Like I could just email her and she just gets back, my accountant, I should say, and she gets back to me. I just like that touch base versus Googling some random company and then you have to go through their customer service and wait and submit a form. I don't like that. So I like to actually talk to a broker. So you can either talk to your insurance broker, anyone that you're working with right now, or just call them up and set it up. If you have an insurance company already, whether that be your car renters, you could definitely call them up and maybe they could do a bundle deal. That's simply what it is. You don't have to overthink it. Just make sure that you ask them what this is covering. And if there's any concerns, ask them questions. That's what they're there for. They're expert in this. You should not feel uncomfortable asking these people questions or switch insurance companies or switch companies, switch the person. This is your business. You need experts in your corner. And if you can't have a business conversation with them, it's time to let them go. And that's something I learned from actual Profit First. When you start talking to even your bank broker, teller, if you cannot talk about your own money with a free, safe space, leave banks 100%. This is your long-term, this is your baby. And you want to be able to talk to these people who are supposed to be experts helping you. They're providing you a service. you need to be able to be comfortable with it. Like, you are a business owner, these things are different. Like, that's a mindset that you need to have now with who's in your circle down to these services around you. Okay. I'm going to go into the questions and just finish up on the last best part. Next week, I'm going to do a worst part of having a cleaning business and just sharing about the realistic side of owning a cleaning business, mistakes that I've made and what I want you to learn from. Exactly what I teach in my Cleaning Bosses Center course, all the things that I've made mistakes on and what I want to help you avoid so that you can get to your results faster, or just stop if you're doing them right now. The other best part is just the entrepreneur journey. I guess it's similar to the continuous growth and opportunities to improve, but you are an entrepreneur. And I think it's easy to say because I've been an entrepreneur for about 5 years now. Outside, I've had online businesses. That's why I'm probably so comfortable on the camera. I've had a YouTube channel for almost 3 years now. Like, I've always been entrepreneur, like, driven. But I love the challenge. Like I said, I'm a competitive person. I am definitely an overachiever. I want to see me and everybody around me do better. So this journey is what I need. And it might be scary to you, but it's a thrill. It's a thrill. It's an up and down. And I think that's one of the best parts. I sometimes, like, it's, dare I say, I enjoy making mistakes, but you don't want to make them as often because I get the opportunity to analyze where I went wrong and how I could do better. And what then makes it so much more better is to see me overcome that mistake and see it successful in the next round. And for those of you who may be really scared to get into this entrepreneur journey, or right now don't enjoy it, maybe you don't see it that way, that it's an opportunity for you to grow internally. It's for you to provide a service for your community, and you just would not be the same. Every year you become better. The person that you were last year is not the person that you are today, and you get to have this journey, this enlightenment every single day with yourself, and that's so encouraging. And then on top of that, you become an inspiration. Even through your slow and dead months, you are an inspiration. It does not go in vain. Just know YouTube and Facebook, my group, you can always ask questions. And with the replay, feel free to ask a question. I love how TikTok is always so very active. Thank you, guys. Cleaning business owner from Australia, Caitlin. Welcome, cleaning boss. Oh, I actually see Australia is taking over the cleaning TikTok, hashtag cleaning TikTok. I think I'm like one of the few people in Canada. Australia, I don't know what you guys are doing. Everybody's a cleaning business owner over there. I love you guys' content. Kylie, advice on insurance. I currently only have one employee, but plan on going soon. Kylie, is it an actual like employee, like on payroll employee, or this is a contractor? I just do contract work, and my contractors need to have their own insurance. So I can't really speak on what to kind of do with your insurance to cover that. And I highly recommend to reach out to your insurance company because it may be time to move on if it doesn't cover, or they just don't do that, or they can't speak on it. Again, please feel free to follow the channel, subscribe. TikTok, I have a YouTube channel where I have more long form content and how to do things. And then I also have, for those of you on YouTube, I have TikTok, and obviously, who's on Threads? Are we doing that? I started Threads and not making it professional, just really my thoughts. as a human being that has a cleaning business, and I kind of just blab random things. So if you're into that, you can definitely follow me on Thread and see how that goes. I'm going to end off the live soon if I don't have any other questions. Thank you, YouTube. 40 minutes strong. I don't have any comments here from my Facebook group, which is Lifetime Mentorship Access. Should you join the Cleaning Boss Accelerated group? And you could ask me questions 24/7. I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs on TikTok. I just can't get to them as fast as possible. So I can't give you the priority because I do have people booking one-on-one with me, and it just isn't fair to be at leisure on TikTok DMs where there's people paying for my time. By all means, if it's like a very quick answer I could give, I typically do it, or I redirect you to a full video that I've recorded on the topic. But if it's something like, what should I price this? I would highly recommend that you book a 101 to build out your pricing chart and for you to understand what that is. That is one of the biggest things that you need. If you are not pricing for profit, you're not seeing growth. So invest in an hour to build out your your actual pricing chart. What are you going to price, and understand what pricing means to you? Because I'm so well versed in this that if someone calls me, I don't have to look at my pricing sheet anymore. I can make the numbers up right on my phone and let them know what the quote is, making sure that my expenses, my profit, my labor is all in consideration, and understanding the competitiveness. And should I have to kind of give them a discount, I know I'm still priced high enough that if I gave them a discount, I'm still making a good profit. So that is something you just need to know to be able to profit. I do have a price for profit training, which is only $9. It gives a little bit of an insight. I'm actually going to make an updated version because I noticed that in that training, I'm going to be transparent. It breaks down how to build out your prices, but it doesn't actually break out how I built my pricing cheat sheet. And I think that's really helpful. So what I'm going to do in the next 3 weeks tops, I'm swamped. Obviously, I've run a business, is I'm going to update that training. However, I'm going to be very transparent with that information. It won't be $9, that's for sure. So if you want to invest that now or later, I will be making a full new video on how to build out your pricing sheet, a full training on how to do that. I may actually do a live Zoom training on it. We'll see, because I think that's what I've been getting a lot of questions on. And I believe that's really important. If you just don't know how your pricing system is off the spot, and as you grow, then you're going to continuously lowball yourself. And that's just not cool. Especially with homes. Commercials is different because obviously there's such a plethora of commercial properties, buildings, needs. That would take more consideration. I can touch base on that. But when it comes to homes, that should be actually very easy. Oh, I sweat. That should be very easy to price. Homes should not be difficult to price at all. Once you know your numbers, once you know your market, once you know what you need to charge to cover all your strengths, then you're good to go. I'm going to just check on these questions here. Not a contractor. I don't currently have an insurance provider, but looking to an insurance provider. Yeah, insurance. My insurance actually, because I've been almost with a year with this specific, over a year for this specific company. They actually went down. Obviously, if you don't have any claims, just like car insurance, they'll give you a reward. I guess it's cheaper. So I started out with $91 a year for the liability that I have, and I believe that's even pretty good here in Ontario because I have a good relationship with my insurance broker. I have everything up with her, and she was able to negotiate that for me. So I think, again, in Ontario, anywhere from $70 to $120 a month is what you're looking at. Don't quote me. find an insurance broker to kind of do the shopping for you in anywhere you are. How do you find clients? I do have tons of TikTok and a few videos on YouTube. I highly recommend that you get into that. It breaks down what to do and how I've done it. Yeah, no, if you have a contractor, the contractor needs to have their own insurance. So just like how someone is contracting you, you have to have your own insurance. They are typically their own business, so they should have their own business insured. Yes, if that person does not have their insurance, like I have independent contractors, right? And I have really good relationships with them. So I'm not really concerned if they break something. I don't mind like that. At the end of the day, what happens is if you are with a business, so you work for like, let's say, greenhouse company, they insure you. They have their own insurance, right? They just don't want to have to pay for your mess. So that's why they're going to want you to have an insurance. So cleaning services has their insurance. And then you have your contractors here. So just like greenhouse doesn't want to have the onus of your mess, I don't want the onus of your mess. So then I need your contractors to have coverage, because if you break anything, you have to deal with it. What happens is that should they go to court, it's just going to go up. So if you notice that your contractors don't have insurance, they break something very expensive, and if the greenhouse says I'm going to sue you, if they don't have insurance, they're going to automatically go to you, and you have to pay for it. If cleaning service didn't have insurance, it'll already magically go to greenhouse, and that's why greenhouse wants to make sure that you have insurance, because they want nothing to do with your mess. Should I have independent contractors, which I have, like close friends I know for years? I don't mind. I make it slide. Okay, don't report me. They don't have insurance because I will take on their onus. But when I take on subcontractors I'm not going to, but I have independent contractors, which are like hourly based, and then subcontractors, which are other cleaning business. By no means necessary are they working with me without insurance. I don't want their mess. I don't want to cover their mess, and they need to be covered. I'm not an expert in this, so please contact your insurance broker. Thank you. Yeah, and when it comes to employees, that's a whole different like money game. You definitely want your insurance. When you get the WSB and all that stuff, that's why I don't go into employees yet. That's a whole like register for them for their coverage and their safety, and then you pay for that. That's an extra fee that when you are a small business owner, hence why people start with contractor, is because they finances technically can't cover the extra fee for like employee taxes and employee workplace safety and all that stuff that comes with having employees. I was a contractor for 3 years for a cleaning company, but she never told me I needed insurance. So she was probably seed you as a individual contractor. But again, I don't put it past a lot of people not asking for the right credentials because they just want labor anyways. For me in my business, I don't want any subcontract that doesn't have insurance for that reason. Hey Tara, thank you for starting a cleaning business. Welcome to my channel. I'm the cleaning boss, and I love to help you on that journey. So be sure to follow me on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube and Instagram, wherever you find me. I'm here to help. All she told me was make sure I save money for my taxes, which will make sense because she doesn't take out tax. Were you registered business? Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I refer you. So Carly Holden, are you a registered business when you worked for her? I'm not from UK. I'm from Canada. No. So to her, you were what I call an independent contractor. She probably trusted you to say you don't make that much damage, or because you're not an actual cleaning company, you don't have so much exposure. So she was okay to kind of take you on without insurance. Again, my independent contractors, I don't necessarily need them to have an insurance. One, because there's only one person that goes by herself, and her situation is just understandable. And then everyone else, they come with me, so I could take on the onus. Where I am growing my business and reaching for the 6K mark, I need people I do not go with. I need people that I could just report to me, and that's where a subcontractor relationship is. And I do not know them from anywhere. I do not trust they are telling truth. I need these documented proof. I need their insurance. I need their background check. I need these things. I do not know them from nowhere, and I will not take that risk. That's just a protection I will put in my business. All right, I'm going to end off in 5 minutes. If any questions, thank you to. Good, I actually ended off for YouTube. So thank you guys on YouTube. Check me next week where I'll talk about the worst things about owning a cleaning business. Be sure to subscribe.